Welcome to this episode of Engagement Now. My name is Moname Malathip, Executive Director of Student Advancement with DeKalb County School District. Today, we will discuss new beginnings in adult learning. DeKalb County has over 12% of the adult population who do not have a high school diploma. To address this issue, the District Parent and Family Engagement Department developed a GED program. To date, they have over 70 parents who started the program this summer and still have over 600 parents interested in waiting for a spot. To discuss today's topic, we have with us Ms. Marcia Coward, who's the District Manager for the Parent and Family Engagement Department, Dr. Megan McBride with Georgia Piedmont Technical College, Dean of Adult Education. We also have parents of our school district and students of the GED program, Mr. Jason Weeks and Miss Jessica Wilson. And our special guest there is Baby Knox. Thank you for joining us today. So let's get started. I'll start with Marcia. Marcia, share with us why the district felt it was really important to start a GED program for our parents.
Well, as we work with our parents in the district, one of the resounding issues that our parents have is not being able to support their students academically because they themselves are not where they need to be with the content that they're expected to learn. And so that has always been one of the areas of focus for us. But as we work with our parents, we realize that it's not just the academic component. The empowerment of our parents is just as important as them having the academic component. Because some of our parents are working 2-3 jobs. They can't be at the schools for the conferences and everything else that they need to do at school. So we wanted to add some other pieces to this. So that's why we have, beefed up our parent conferences, our empowerment conferences. We also have what we call our Parents Pounding the Pavement, where we help our parents with resume writing, interviewing skills, those types of skills that they need to get better jobs. So the GED component is absolutely it was just the right thing to do, because now they're able to come in, get the supports that they need to get their own GED so that they can better support their children.
That's wonderful, that to list all the things that the district provides for our parents. It is not just a one focus in terms of what parent engagement looks like for our district. So Jessica, share with us how you learned about this program and what made you interested in participating in this particular GED program.
Well, I'm addicted to my email, and I follow DeKalb County schools, and they always reach out to me via email. And they had sent out something over the summer break regarding family engagement and offering GED classes for free for parents who had children in the district. And for me, I've already had my career, and I'd stepped aside to be a stay-at-home mom, and I wanted to further my education while I wasn't working, especially because my husband is college graduate. Nobody in my family ever graduated high school. So for me, it was important to just kind of go and try and make that shift from one career to the next and try to transition it while I had the time. And I don't think I would have done it if there wouldn't have been a class that allowed me to bring my children with me. I bring my 6-year-old with me every time. He looks forward to it. So Marcia works with him on his homework, thank God. So I don't have to, but that way it helps, because whenever he has that extra support, not only at home, but then through the Family Impact Hub, and then I'm able to do my work and learn more and be able to go ahead and further my education.
Wow. So your 6-year-old also gets to that homework time. Yes. As mommy gets her time with the program. Thank you for that. So we have wonderful partnerships across the school district, and one of our technical college institutions, Georgia Piedmont Technical in DeKalb County School District, has been very impactful in a number of ways in their partnership with our school system. Dr. McBride, with this GED program that we have, we know that Georgia Piedmont Technical offers the actual courses. This is a collaboration between the two entities that serve our parents. What does that mean for the technical college institution to have this type of partnership?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. This type of partnership is imperative to the success of our students. We have a number of them throughout our service delivery area, this being absolutely the largest. Our students oftentimes want to get their credential as quickly as possible. And we offer classes 4 times a week, but this type of instruction in ways, in times that are conducive to their schedule, where wraparound services are provided in terms of childcare and assisting the children, really help our students and our intersecting clients actually to earn their credential quicker and in their time frame.
Yeah, it's schedule. We're all very busy and, leading our lives. And sometimes I always question, like, why am I so busy too, right? But time gets the better of us. And when we have a moment to take advantage of services and really do it for ourselves, that's absolutely important. So Jason, on that note, you have a student, of course, that's in DeKalb County School District. Does your student say anything to you about, hey, Dad, you're in this program? What does a conversation sound and look like in your home from a student perspective for a parent that's taking advantage of this program?
Well, first of all, he will ask, do you have homework today? And I'm like, yeah. So I look at it as giving him sort of like motivation, because if your father is sitting there and has to do homework, then you have no excuse to do yours. And it also, like, I can relate, because when I look at some of the content that he has in his work that he has to do, I can relate to it and, help him also along the way with the homework that he has to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does this program mean to you, and what do you hope to gain from it outside of your GED?
Well, what it means to me is that to see that there are avenues, because a lot of avenues are available, and some that we don't know about. And like I said, when I got the email also, and I was like, wow, this is, to see that the county, has these programs available. And I didn't hesitate to jump on it. And for me, it means that I can, further my education, because it has been a stumbling block for me to make that move, because I've been putting it off for a long period of time. And now that I can do it, and with the instruction from the classes, built my confidence in taking this step, passing this level, and then moving on to future levels.
So transitioning from, getting your GED, going through, the classes, and then what the next step is, and having a partner like Georgia Piedmont Technical. Dr. McBride, what are those options for students who earn their GED that want to continue their education at Georgia Piedmont Technical or anywhere else?
I consider the GED a passport that allows you to go anywhere you want to go. I have a GED myself, so I know firsthand where it can take you. For students who want to continue at Georgia Piedmont, which we always encourage, the GED can get you into any of our programs, whether that's a technical certificate, a diploma, or a degree. And then you can move on from there and go anywhere in career or post-secondary education that you dream to go.
Awesome. Sky's the limit,
The
right?
sky's the limit, that's right.
So, Jessica, share with us, we talked about schedule, and I see you have baby Knox here, and this is so wonderful to have baby Knox here because it's the real deal, right? Parents are busy. How does that work with a 60-year-old in the household, baby Knox, trying to get this accomplished? You can do it all.
Yeah, well, not do it all. The house is suffering. But when it comes to it, I'm able to, when he eats my homework, it's okay, because then I probably messed up anyways. But for the most part, I'm able to get through it because my son helps me. He knows that I need to study, and so he helps me study by entertaining this one. And then, just this week, I had to bring him with me, and it was fine. Because I baby wear, or he crawled around on the floor and ate paper. But it's able to bring them both, and then I'm able to work out my schedule so that way, whenever I do have time, I can come. It's only 2 hours, and even though it's only 2 hours twice a week, I've learned more in the past 2-3 months than I did my entire career of high school. And because I bounced around so much in high school, I'm able to actually sit here and focus on it. And then I can even reach out to my instructors whenever I'm not there if I have a question. So it helps with the balance.
Yeah, balancing schedule is key. Marcy, I'm going to turn over to you because, our parents come from all walks of life, and a service like this that's provided is, very, very important. But there are barriers for our parents, or at least barriers they think that exist. If someone wants to participate in a GED program, what are those barriers that you hear about often, and what are some of the tips that our parents should know to help them overcome that so they can engage and participate?
Well, first of all, let me talk about the barriers that we've heard about. We've heard about the barrier of transportation. There are times when we get a call and we go pick up our parents because they can't get on the bus, or there's not a bus, or they have issues with their cars. So we go and we pick them up. The other barriers are financial barriers, that they're not able to pay for the pre-tests or the actual tests. So those are the barriers that we see that we want to be sure to remove. Parents who have to come home from work and then do homework, another barrier, because it's important that the kids get what they need to return to school the next morning. So if they come and they have homework, we have our own setup for the kids. If they have homework, there's a homework table. If they don't have homework, then they can go and they can read a book. And then if they're not reading a book, they have some game time. So we have some educational games that we provide that the parents feel very comfortable. And even where the center is, the way the center is located, they can feel confident that their kids are in a safe place. So those are the main barriers. The confidence level of some of our parents tends to be a barrier as well. They're apprehensive about coming. So our staff, I'm really, really proud of the staff that we have in family engagement, because they take it down to ground zero. We meet our parents where they are and build their confidence so they want to come, and encouraging them to go to Georgia Piedmont or any other program that's out there, and even talking about higher education or dual enrollment. They get really excited because they don't necessarily know about those things. And an empowered parent really becomes an absolute plus for our students going home and making sure that they're able to do homework. Because then the conversation at home becomes different. We've had kids that come and they're playing, and all of a sudden they say, shh, I don't want mommy to get a 0, right? And I'm like, oh my goodness, this really is internalized at home as well as in the classroom environment for our parents. So, there should not be a barrier outside of that allows a parent to say, I don't want to go be better, or I don't want to go to achieve more for myself, because we've made every attempt to remove as much of that as possible from the equation.
So a lot of resources from our school district here at DeKalb County for our parents and helping them so they can help their students as well. This is such an important topic and an important service. Thank you for joining us today on this episode. If you're sitting at home and you're thinking about, I probably should, I hope you hear this episode, and I'm sure the parents can agree. Just give us a call. So now let's hear from some other parents regarding this topic.
I think the adult education program is great because it helps me to understand my daughter's schoolwork better.
Getting this GED gonna make me get a better job for a better future for my wife and kids.
I'm in the DeKalb County GED program. This is always something that I wanted to do. Couldn't find time to do it, but I jumped right on it as soon as I found out. So thank you, DeKalb, for letting me get my GED to further advance my career in the DeKalb Sanitation Department.
I am happy with this program. My child can also be here with me, getting help with her homework while I'm in class doing my own work.
The wraparound program is awesome and very motivational. It frees the parents from having an excuse to not be able to come to class.
Thank you again for joining us on this show. I'm happy to see parents engaging as well. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jessica, and Baby Knox for offering us some of your story and what you're taking away from this program. Thank you, Dr. McBride, and your collaboration and partnership with Georgia Piedmont Technical College and support that you provide for our parents. And of course, Marcia Coward taking a leadership role in our district parent and family engagement in the GED program.